Hello, and nice to have you back here in the lobby. Now after the final talks before lightning talks appear on stage. So you'd had some interesting sessions, hopefully, and if you want to send feedback, you always can do that on the very bottom. But for now, on the chat, sorry, it's already getting late for us as well. We're talking all the day as well. But for now, we have got an interview partner coming in here, which is Robert. And so let's welcome Robert online as well. Hey, Robert, nice to see you.
Hey, Lars, thanks. Nice to see you too.
So, as we've been doing it with the others being here in an interview, I would love to ask you, first of all, what are you actually doing? What does your work life look like, and what are you doing besides that?
Right. This is always interesting because I keep forgetting the name of the team I'm on. But with Adobe, in the Adobe Experience Manager organization, I am in the core cloud foundation team or cloud foundation core team, something like that, which means we basically take care of the platform. It's foundational services and open source development, mostly Sling and Felix. And for myself, it's mostly Sling. I am currently the PMC chair of Apache Sling, which I've said is basically writing reports in addition to to other duties. And I'm also involved in Jackrabbit and Felix.
So do you still able to write code as well besides the reports, or is reports now 80% of your lifetime?
No, actually reports come once every quarter, I think. Okay. So that's something decent.
Sounds at least, yeah. So you've been one of the heads behind having Adobe AEM as a cloud service up and running.
Well, I was there from the first initiatives, right? Together with Tomek, we worked on the Composite Node Store, which is one of the foundational pieces for getting AEM the cloud, because it allows AEM to run much better in containers.
Definitely. So, and when you're not writing reports and you're not there, where are you actually living?
So I'm living right now in Basel, in Switzerland. So where the original Day software company was founded. Originally, I'm from Bucharest, Romania. I joined Adobe, I think, in 2012. I was actually the first Romanian team member in the Day, or let's say the first one in Romania that joined the Day team in Adobe, as it was known at that time.
Interesting. So we had our Romanian Day today, one could say, as we had Andrea up front in the interview. Okay, and do you have got family or?
Yes. So I have two children. Obviously, so I'm married. Didn't get to that just by myself.
Today that doesn't have to be. I know it's still something which one does after a while, but you could have children without being married.
Yeah, actually, you're right. I guess it comes from a slightly different country background, right? I mean,
definitely, yes, yeah.
At any rate, two wonderful kids, which have probably taken the most tough parts of this conference, because they are either kicked out of the apartment or isolated somewhere, so they do not appear on stage inadvertently. So they're still not very young, so they're both in school. And it's basically the family is what occupies most of my time when I'm not actually working.
Certainly, that's normal. And actually, if you would have asked me I wouldn't have mind if one of your children would have passing by that planet, whatever is behind you, just waving in. I think that's kind of natural. I mean, from my work experience over the last few months, I got to know most likely any of the children of my colleagues over the time. Either being like seeing them walking by and going waving, like if they're very small, or just shouting in, "Hey Dad, come around, stream is broken." Yeah, something like that. We had all this stuff ongoing, so I think don't worry, and next time you don't have to kick them out. I think that's fine.
The one I'm actually most worried about is the cat. So he really likes my green screen, and sometimes he thinks it's a play opportunity to try to jump from behind the green screen, which has a pretty bad effect on the whole, because I have 2 stands that actually support the green screen, and a number of occasions they fell because he thought it was playtime.
But even then, it would have been interesting if the cat was flying in that sky behind you. It would be an amazing opportunity. Yeah, definitely. But besides this, if you, as you've been saying, you're being like part of this core team, having this distributed setup of the content repository and allowing all these cloud services features in there. What is something you actually like, even let's say not something close by, but something for the future you would love to see in there? This is probably less critical to talk about, as it's not like something to appear where everyone waits for. What is something you see which is important to look at?
Sorry, important to look at as AEM in the cloud, or just things I would like to happen from a like technical point of view with AEM in general. I'm not sure
Sorry?
So something I would like to appear in which context? Is that AEM in the cloud, or the technical stack, or
let's say AEM in the cloud, or even if you just go back on the tech stack, saying like, I would love to see that happening in the future, as I think that's one of the topics. If this is evolving in the future, I'm not that deep into it as you are. So it's like in DAM assets management, if you go like, we want to have more AI in there, having like flying videos and grabbing, even doing cutting for our customers probably. Yeah, it's just far off topic.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm pretty much on the base/foundation level, so I cannot talk about very high-level things. One topic which is very interesting to me is developer productivity, and we've had some investment over time in ID tooling in the Sling project, and I think it would be great to be able for us as a Sling community to pick that up and keep improving the ID tooling that we have, and maybe extend it to other IDs, and just bring it in line with cloud development in general.
Definitely, that sounds interesting. Even though I'm more in an architect role, whenever I go into the development, I'm always stuck in there that it sometimes hangs somewhere in the AEM, and it takes half an hour to realize that it's not you, which is the fault, but the AEM server itself. So yeah, if that would actually not happen, that would be great. Great to see. Truly said. So, so how does it feel like being involved? I mean, we had now a lot of people being involved in all the open source software parts. I mean, AEM has certainly quite a lot of open source projects running behind the scenes. How, as you've been mentioning in the beginning about the community, about the progress, how does it feel? Do we still, do the people join more into the project? Is it difficult to keep those people interested? So yeah, it's so what I've been seeing as a personal note, I think we tend to get more people into Sling, and well, I haven't looked closely at the other projects, but I think we tend to get more people into Sling.
And it's natural to have sort of a rotation in the people who are actively contributing to a certain project, right? Interests come and go away. Maybe a change of profession or just a different job will take people away from a certain project. So it's always good to have new people coming in. And we keep having that. When I look at the stats and the graphs, I see that they keep coming in, and it's Adobe, it's partners, AEM implementation partners, it's also just individuals that are interested in contributing something. So I'm happy with that, how it's turning out.
That sounds good. That's so it's a healthy community living there.
Yes, absolutely.
That's great. And well, if you're not just by or have to deal with your 2 children and the cat destroying your household in a way, is there any hobby you have besides development?
Yeah, it's still based on technology. I mean, whether it's something related to servers and networking or programming, that's how I would spend my individual free time, so to call it.
So you do a lot of, if I press the button here, actually the fridge starts ringing when the milk is empty, or doing smart home, or is that not of your topic?
I'm skeptical yet when it comes to smart home, because I'm not very keen on giving control to a lot of sensitive stuff to third parties. So I would probably want to roll out my own things.
Fair enough.
Not necessarily like soldering my own things and printing my own circuits, but just getting the building blocks and making sure that what is private stays private.
Yeah, definitely. That's kind of an important topic. And certainly when it comes to smart home, you don't want to have other people playing around your household. And actually my wife would actually kick me out of the house if I would not be at home and the light switch starts switching on and off by someone else just making a joke out of it. Definitely. No, that sounds good to me. In that case, we're pretty much up and ready for the lightning talks now, and we just do our final thoughts on there. So I'll thank you first of all for the interview. Pretty much, thank you. Enjoy the lightning talks. Enjoy the rest of today, which is not pretty much, and then have a great week afterwards. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you, Lars.